Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our preview of the Browns game in Pittsburgh on Sunday. A big, huge AFC North game for the Cleveland Browns, and we still don't know who the starting quarterback is going to be. We talked to Mike Pettine today, and he said he's going to keep it secret for strategic reasons. And you know what? I would have to say, I think at this point that it's going to be Johnny Manziel, just based on the fact that he took most of the first team reps in practice all week. And when you're preparing for a complicated defense like the Pittsburgh Steelers, you really kind of have to be on point. You have to have worked with the players all week to get the timing down and the plays down. So I'm guessing it's going to be Johnny Manziel, but they're going to keep things a mystery until about 1 o'clock on Sunday. Now, when you look to the other side of the ball, you've got the Pittsburgh Steelers kind of doing the same thing with Ben Roethlisberger. He obviously has that foot injury. He's also listed as questionable, just like Josh McCown is. Once again, my gut feeling is that Landry Jones will probably start for the Steelers, but you just never really know with Ben Roethlisberger. He always seems to be able to come up off the mat and play when you don't expect him to. So the Browns are preparing for him. They're preparing for Landry Jones, and there's a lot of drama and intrigue heading into this game, knowing that anybody could be starting at quarterback for these teams. Lots of other things going on in this game as well. Tayshaun Gibson, we showed up for practice today. He's not here. He has an illness. Now, the reason that gets a little dicey for the Browns is because Joe Hayden and Dante Whitner are already out of this game with their concussions. Now, Tayshaun, he's questionable, so that leaves them a little bit thin at the safety position. This is not a game where you want to be hurting in the defensive backfield. The Steelers obviously have one of the best receivers in the NFL in Antonio Brown. He's #1 in receptions, and I believe he's #2 with over 1,000 yards already. The Browns, usually put Joe Hayden on him. They won't have that, so you're going to see Pierre Desir, you're going to see Tremont Williams trying to go up against him. But once again, they will be a little bit short-handed in the defensive backfield. Now, way back a couple weeks ago when you heard that Le'Veon Bell was going to be out for the season, you might have thought, hey, that's a break for the Browns, but not so. Their second team running back, D'Angelo Williams, rushed for 170 yards last week on the Raiders. So the Browns, who are 32nd in the NFL against the run, are really going to have to do whatever they can to try to stop the run, because especially if Landry Jones starts this football game, those Steelers are going to try to run, and ram it down the Browns' throats. So they're really going to have to be on point in that regard. Defensively, these are not the same Steelers that, we're always used to hearing the same old names, but nevertheless, they do some great things. Again, those exotic blitzes, they still do a lot of those kind of things. They're 7th in the NFL with 22 sacks, and they're 8th in points allowed. So it's still a Pittsburgh defense, and it will still be the old Cleveland Browns versus Steelers Rust Belt rivalry. It's always a good game, and the Browns obviously need a win after losing 4 straight. So stick with us, because we will have it all right here for you on cleveland.com.